Hello, hello! I've been waiting for you. I'm Taren S, an old school Southern conjuring witch, and this is the House of Witchcraft. I hope you find empowerment, encouragement, and inspiration in all my videos. Woo! Well, that sucked. Yep. Y'all ever have one of them days? You know exactly what I'm talking about. You done asked for wisdom, and damned if you didn't get it. You got that sucks. What am I gonna do with it? Something done gone sideways. You were thinking you were doing one thing, and then something else came along and smacked it right down, and you didn't even see it coming. And you're just like, that ain't fair. I deserve. You got all sorts of words going on where you're justifying and you're thinking, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. Well, witch, you need to take you a deep breath and sit back. What did I just say at the beginning of all of this? I asked for wisdom. Well, do it. You're working up asking for wisdom. And then when something happens where you done got slapped in the forehead, your life done went sideways in ways you think, and you're like, why is this happening? Well, you asked for wisdom. What do you think wisdom comes from? Wisdom comes from experiences. Not all experiences are good. Yeah. People are creatures of habit, and sometimes we really need to be like smacked a couple of times, not literally, figuratively. We need to be, smacked upside our forehead a couple of times before we're like, oh, I see it, I get it. A lot of times you ask for wisdom. You ask for that connection, that awareness, growth, and then you think it's going to be easy and pleasant and happy. It's not. Never is it. The best wisdom I have comes from the most horrific moments of my life, because I chose to look at those moments to see what happened to me objectively, with self-awareness, and I was leaning in to see where my accountability was in this and what I can do and what did I learn. Not about blaming, not about justifying or, trying to put it off on someone else. This is taking it all upon yourself. Looking at it and realizing where I could have changed it, or I could have sort of shifted it over this way sometimes. Wisdom is tough when you get it, witch. Be prepared for it when you ask for it. And when you have those moments of that such, somebody that I really trusted turned on me. I just lost my job. They said they were going to do this. This didn't happen. Instead of our projection looking and thinking, oh, they did that. She did this. He'd said this. What did you do? And what are you going to do next? That's the big one. We can't go back and change none of that. All right? But what are we going to do next? And wisdom is messy. All right? Sometimes I almost think I got it, and then I make the same mistake again. And it happens to me, and then I'm like, I knew better. How many times have y'all said that? I knew better, and I did it anyway. So who are you blaming? The person that you knew better than to put faith in? Really? Who you disappointed in? The person that you knew better than to put faith in? No, you're disappointed in yourself. You're hurt in yourself. And taking that in and saying, it's okay. All right? Life is messy. A really good, well-lived life should be really, really messy. It means that you're experiencing, you're leaning in, you're looking for what's happening next. And sometimes it's not what we think it is. All right? But it's what we do next with it. When I talk about all these things that have happened, what do I do next? I sit there and see where my part of it was and where I need to make changes, where I need to set boundaries, where I need to do things. All right? You can't change any of those folks out there. All right? We've done said this over and over. We've got so many little tropes that we say over and over, but we're not listening to them. Okay? Change is here. And when you have a well, that sucks moment, you have an opportunity to gain some deep wisdom if you choose, witch. All right? I talk a lot about that stoic approach, looking at ourselves objectively, looking at it almost like a third party, learning not to assign blame, all right? Learning not to justify our actions, but instead to see how the situation truly played out, the energies that were involved, and to step up to the plate and take our level of accountability, our level of responsibility in the situation. And if we don't like it, to figure out what we can do to make sure that don't happen again. All right? So, I hope y'all take all this in and think about when you're asking for wisdom, what you may or may not be getting, and to be prepared for it. And like I said earlier, a lot of my wisdom comes from really tragic circumstances. But as I sit here today in this moment, I'm grateful for every one of those tragedies because they put me right here in this moment speaking to you. All right? And it took me years to find that. This isn't something that we just say and we do. All right? Some of us are repeat offenders. I know I am. I mean, I am one of those witches that I'm like, ooh, press it once, press it twice, 3 times, and I'm like, ooh, that's hot. You know, sometimes I really do that creature of habit, and I need to be, Taren, this isn't what you're supposed to be doing. And when life gives me that, then I'm like, wow, I wanted a shift. I just wasn't quite ready for that type of a shift, but I was asking for it. So, write down that word of wisdom when you seek it, but understand what it comes with, witches. And with that said, got there, fly those brooms. Have a bright, blessed day. And as always, amen, blessed be, ashe, and a-bo-bo.